Dear student, today we will discuss about the various illness conditions that are basically responsible for medical complication. In previous lecture, we have discussed in too much detail about medical complication. So a little summary should be there. That medical complication is basically any serious problem that occur as a result of procedure, investigation, or diagnosis, treatment, or illness, and that basically further exaggerate the condition. So such phenomena is to be known as medical complication. A medical complication is basically one of the problem mostly we are facing nowadays. Means a lot of factors are basically responsible. Like in previous lecture, we have discussed in too much detail about the various complications that we are facing during operative procedure. So as for today concern, we will discuss about various illness conditions that are basically responsible for the medical complication. So a little here they have discussed basically we have discussed that basically a medical complication is one of the unfavorable result of a disease. Anyhow, or we can say there's basically it's the development of the new sign and symptom or pathological changes which have a direct effect on the vital organ system. Anyhow, never confuse the word medical complication with the sequel, okay, or some other terminologies, because that's a separate phenomena. So come toward the main point, okay, that is the cardiovascular complication. So for instance, we have a number of listed conditions and they are responsible for the cardiovascular problem, cardiovascular complication. The first one, on priority base, we have atrial fibrillation. So atrial fibrillation, just like a type of the arrhythmia condition, most characterized by rapid and irregular heart rhythm. So if the heart rhythm is not in a proper way, so obviously there will be a direct effect on the AS node, AV node, and overall effect will be on the cardiac output, and this have a drastic effect on the entire body system, because every organ, every tissue basically needs a sufficient amount of the blood. Okay, so let's suppose if the pumping ability is not up in a proper way, so obviously of course there is either the systemic circulation or the pulmonary, so overall effect will be there on the entire organ body system. So a patient with atrial fibrillation may experience symptom of the fatigue, dizziness, okay, heart palpitation, chest pain in chest region, and shortness of breath. And overall, we can say this affect the entire vital organ capacity. So that's why one to keep in mind that in certain condition, this atrial fibrillation, which is responsible for the minor problem, and in some conditions there may be a chances of the clot formation, that is the thrombus formation, or emboli formation, which is basically a mobile phase system that is basically circulating in the systemic circulation. So obviously that will be too much worse condition. So let's suppose they're in atrial fibrillation mechanism, so this atrial fibrillation further worse the condition. That's why we have to properly manage the condition on time. Other example, we have thrombosis in the heart or brain, that's causing stroke or acute myocardial infarction, or blood coagulation disorder, and so many other. And the next one, which is basically responsible for a lot of complication, and that is diabetes. So diabetes, one thing keep in mind, is one of the metabolic disorder and most commonly to be two types, that is type 1 and type 2. One thing keep in mind, anyhow not to go into detail of this because this is lecture of the pathology. Anyhow, we are discussing community pharmacy, so here we will focus on how diabetes basically responsible for a lot of complication. So whatsoever the condition, type 1 or type 2, overall effect is on the blood glucose level, and we know very well that basically insulin have the proper capability just to utilize sufficient amount of the glucose and to convert it into a proper form of the ATPs. So that's why in such conditions we are facing a lot of the problem. And diabetes, in case of diabetes, we have listed problem like complication like cardiovascular diseases. So let's suppose if someone have the problem that is related to the diabetes, So obviously a direct effect will be on the cardiovascular system, and there is basically interactions, correlation among all body systems. So a thrombosis or atherosclerosis plaque formation will be there, and that leads to MI or coronary artery disease. Okay, one thing keep in mind, diabetes also have a direct effect on neurons that are basically innervated toward the peripheral system, and have a direct effect on those neurons which are basically innervated toward the face region and some other organ body system. So that's why if someone suffering from diabetes, so if not properly managed or treated, so this have a direct effect on, have a lot of complications. See, a chain of complication will be there. There is diabetic neuropathy, where basically complication are observed, basically observed in case of the local peripheral, basically the neurons that are innervated to the peripheral organ. So basically damage of those neurons are observed, and where in case of the most innervated to thigh and hip region. And one thing keep in mind, those which are toward the face region, so mononeuropathy condition will be observed, and this is toward the internal organ system, so autonomic neuropathy will be observed. And one thing keep in mind, that due to diabetes, they have also a direct effect on the eyes region. So this may leads to diabetic nephropathy. Basically, due to the excessive amount of the blood glucose level, this have a direct effect on the systemic circulation and movement of the blood toward the eyes region, and that's why in case of diabetes we will facing the problem that there is retinopathy, diabetic retinopathy. So that may be due to type 1 or type 2 or type 1. So this will cause excessive blood glucose level. This will cause decreased blood supply toward the retina of the eyes, and have a direct effect on that respective organ system. So the diabetic retinopathy is also one reason. The next one is diabetic nephropathy. Of course, certain root substances are to be released during respective diabetic conditions, and most prominently albumin. So this albumin excessive secretion is basically responsible just for damaging the respective part, and that is to be known as diabetic nephropathy. And one thing to keep in mind, due to diabetes, food damage or ulcerative condition of the food is also one of the problem related to diabetes. So if we not properly treat diabetic condition, this may lead to ulcerative condition of the food, and on other side this may lead to gangrene, even necrosis of the necrosis condition. So that's why we have to properly manage the situation. Skin condition, because yes, of course, insulin have a direct correlation with the epithelial cells, and of course in that circumstances, yes, dryness of the skin will be observed, and various dermatological point of view, skin problem will be observed. Neurological psychiatric conditions, of course, here hepatic encephalopathy is possible complication of the liver cirrhosis. And one thing to keep in mind, let's suppose if someone is suffering from anxiety or depression like condition, so you will think just for suicide. This is also one of the condition. So suicide is a common complication of many disorders, and this is just like the most commonly observed due to the MDD, major depressive disorder. Okay, and the next one, that is the reproductive complication. So of course you know that very well that of course pregnancy basically is this almost needs 9 months. This total needs 9 months or 40 weeks. So 3 trimesters are basically involved, and we have to focus on all these trimesters, and various physiological changes are observed during these 3 trimesters, and to be keep in mind, it's very important especially. So of course during pregnancy various complications may be observed that we have to properly treat it and manage. The first one, that is hypertension, due to be known as gestational hypertension, most commonly observed, and the next one, that is the gestational diabetes, most commonly observed. Preterm labor, yes, of course, it's also one of the problem. Miscarriage, this is also one of the problem. So the next one, that is the respiratory complication. So one thing to keep in mind, we have already discussed this streptococcal pharyngitis, or most commonly this is the gram-positive bacteria, which is known as Streptococcus pyogenes, most commonly responsible for a lot of the complication. So if not properly treated, the respective problem, this will lead to a multi complication, and those complications are like scarlet fever, rheumatic fever, polyarthritis, glomerulonephritis, otitis media, meningitis, and so many other. And last one, iatrogenic complication, which is mostly related to the medication. Of course, medication error point of view, example include wrong prescription, impaired delivery, or improper adherence. The next is during surgical, of course, diagnosis. This we have discussed in too much detail. And health associated infection, yes, of course, is also one of the reason. So today we have discussed about various disease condition, various illness condition, which if not properly treated or managed will leads to severe complication. And we have discussed in too much details. Most commonly there is related to diabetes. So in case of diabetes, we may face in conditions like peripheral neuropathy. We can face like condition like that is the retinopathy, and yes, of course, that is related to the face region, and of course foot ulcerative condition, gangrene and necrosis. So these are the various complications. That's why it's too much important to focus on all these problems and to properly manage the situation on time. So I think for today this is sufficient, and the remaining we will discuss in coming class.